Get ready to hit the dirt. These off-road police chases are wilder than any action movie. Think high-speed chaos, unexpected twists, and vehicles tearing through terrain you wouldn't believe. From muddy trails to rugged hills, this is adrenaline on wheels. It's about to get crazy. Let's get started. Leland Randolph, a 37-year-old felon with 24 prior convictions for burglary, firearm possession, and more, was supposed to stay out of trouble while on parole. But on December 2nd, 2021, multiple agencies in Lufkin, Texas had already built a case against him for fresh crimes. With 3 new warrants in hand, police moved in to arrest him. Instead of surrendering, Randolph led officers on a wild chase through Angelina County.
He's fixing to try to go through the fence.
Now let's see that crash again from the trailing officer's perspective.
Get down! Give me your hand!
He smashed through a fence in his stolen vehicle, barreling down rural roads as police trailed him. The chase ended with a dramatic crash that officers captured from multiple angles. Randolph and 2 women with him, Jana Powers and Alice Horton, were all arrested. Police found a stash of illegal items, including a rifle, weapon magazines, ammunition, and liquid methamphetamine. Randolph was charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, felony possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance. The lesson? Breaking parole never ends well, especially when there's a meth lab involved. March 30th, 2022 started like any other day for Arkansas State Trooper Blaine Moff. That changed when he clocked a black sedan speeding at 90 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone. The driver seemed to think he could blend in by slowing down when passing the trooper, but Moff wasn't fooled. When Moff flipped on his lights, the driver hit the gas, pushing his car well over 100 miles per hour as he weaved between vehicles on the highway. Moff held back to avoid a dangerous pursuit but kept a close eye on the sedan. Eventually, the suspect took an exit and Moff closed the gap, catching up with the speeding car as it ran out of options. The chase ended abruptly when the driver lost control and crashed into a ditch. Inside the vehicle, officers found a handgun, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia, including a digital scale with residue. When asked why he ran, the driver admitted, "I was scared, and running from you was fun." Unfortunately for him, the fun ended with a trip to jail and several felony charges. On December 7, 2021, 61-year-old Joden Harvey decided to turn a picture-perfect Florida day into chaos. High on cocaine, she led police on an extended chase through Indian River County, running red lights and narrowly avoiding collisions. When she reached the Grand Harbor Golf Course, Harvey plowed through the gate and raced across the fairways, turning the pristine greens into her personal racetrack. Officers backed off briefly to avoid endangering bystanders, giving her just enough room to keep the chaos going.
On the pin, get him in there.
Eventually, Harvey's joyride came to an end. She was arrested and charged with fleeing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and DUI. She later admitted to police that she was high on cocaine, which earned her an additional charge. Harvey took a plea deal in 2023, serving 6 months in jail and 2 years on probation. Her license was also suspended indefinitely. Driving through a cornfield might seem like a Hollywood stunt, but one car thief in Fostoria, Ohio, decided to see if it could work in real life. On October 5th, 2024, local police were already on the lookout for a suspect who had been causing trouble for days. Around 6 p.m., an officer spotted the man's car cruising through a quiet neighborhood. As the officer approached, the driver hit the gas, sparking an off-road chase that would make an action director proud. The suspect took off through a cornfield, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. But unlike in the movies, the uneven terrain slowed him down. Realizing he wasn't going to get far, the driver bailed from the car and took off on foot, abandoning his female passenger in the vehicle. Police arrested the woman, later identified as Shelby Dea, who claimed she had no idea who the driver was. Meanwhile, the driver, 43-year-old Matthew Aldridge, was found 37 miles away in Seneca County, Ohio, and arrested on unrelated charges. Once police connected him to the stolen vehicle and the chase, additional charges were added. Aldrich learned the hard way that driving through a cornfield isn't as easy or cinematic as Hollywood makes it seem. A four-wheeler on a highway? Not the brightest idea. On December 9th, 2022, Trooper Robert Nance spotted an ATV on Highway 330, and what should have been a simple stop turned into an epic off-road chase. The ATV driver initially stopped to chat, explaining he was just heading to a nearby trailhead. But when Nance approached, he hit the throttle and sped off, leading the trooper on a wild ride through fields and trails.
You can't be on the highway.
This is you.
Huh?
They said you can.
Who?
Come to the bay. They said you, if you're fishing the trailhead to trailhead, I was just trying to get past those ditch lines so I can hit this trail. I wasn't trying to cause no trouble, bro.
Oh, he just took off on me. We're going northbound. About 51. The traffic's light. Harley Davidson motorcycle jacket. Tattoos on his face. Word. We're off the road.
They're off the road, sir. Get on.
The chase pushed Nance's squad car to its limits, but the four-wheeler's agility gave the suspect an edge. Despite an aggressive pursuit, the ATV rider knew the trails better and managed to disappear into the woods.
Fairhaven Road, on the right. Going through the woods.
Trooper Nance lost the chase and the fugitive became a local legend. Rumor has it he's still out there, dodging cops and perfecting his trail skills.
Get out here. Tell me I'll take passenger if they bail.
On November 18th, 2022, police in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin responded to a call about a suspicious vehicle idling on the side of the road. Officers ran the plates and discovered the car was stolen. When they tried to pull the driver over, the chase was on.
5-4, he's going to be taken off. He's going on F right now.
He's going on F.
5-4 on the brakes here. W794. 5-4, we're going through the field right now. W794. Why, dude?
If there was a unit that just called, I did not copy.
Westbound on F.
The suspect initially drove through a field in an attempt to escape, but the uneven terrain forced him back onto the road.
5-4, do we have anyone in front of us? 5-4, Eastbound Airport, going through the field right here in the corner. From the 5-4 going through the field, airport and F right now.
Have to go through the field again.
Doing good? Yep, good. Dispatch, we're close by.
For a while, he managed to put some distance between himself and the pursuing officers, but his plan quickly fell apart.
Slowing down, going into a farm field here on the south end. I really want to go through 2 square black, 5 more traveling through a stuck cornfield. 5 more getting locked down here. Looks like passengers got the door open. Get out here. Tell me get out. Take passenger if they bail.
Don't fucking move!
Get out. Get him. Get him in cuffs. Get him in cuffs.
He veered off-road again, this time into a farm field. During this second attempt at off-roading, the passenger decided he'd had enough. He bailed out of the car, surrendering himself to the police. With one less occupant, the driver continued his chaotic escape.
You go with 9-1 and I'll catch up with 5-4.
5-4, we're going back out on the F. We're going through the farm right now. 541, I said. 156, we get on a pit or no? What up? Affirm. 10-4. Freeze, I'm at F and B. Need be anywhere else?
Check the area.
91 subject just informing she'll take a firearm in that vehicle. 2 to 5-4, I'm going to try and set up spikes on V north of the OC. We're going through the high school parking lot right now.
After weaving back and forth between the road and the fields, the driver entered a high school parking lot, prompting officers to call off the chase due to safety concerns.
We are by the walking track right now. We're going through the field by the baseball diamonds.
Convoy to Washington. Convoy to Washington.
Sure, 156 are out down there. 5-4, we're through the parking lot of the high school right now.
Police later issued a warrant for the driver's arrest. Although his name wasn't released, the passenger identified him and warned police about a gun he had in his possession. While the suspect escaped that day, a nationwide extradition warrant was issued to ensure his capture.
Yeah, I'm trying to fall into this cornfield. He speeds over.
On September 18, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Matthew Price was patrolling when he spotted a suspicious red Dodge 3500 that matched the description of a stolen vehicle. When Price turned on his lights, 31-year-old Tyler Jones floored it, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour before veering off-road.
I'm just now getting caught up to speed. We're going north now. Right now we're through the median.
Jones led Price through soybean fields, creating massive dust clouds and leaving a clear trail. After briefly returning to the road, he tried his off-road luck again. But the fields weren't enough to shake the determined trooper who stayed hot on his tail.
Stop! You're gonna get dog bit! Get over here right now!
The chase ended when Jones crashed into the Arkansas River. He and his passengers, Dusty Gregory and Cy Paul, attempted to flee. Jones tried to swim across the river but was arrested alongside his accomplices. They faced multiple charges, including felony fleeing, possession of stolen property, and resisting arrest. Turns out soybean fields aren't ideal for getaways. When you run a red light in Pinellas County, you're bound to catch some attention, and not the good kind. Late one night, a black car blazed through an intersection and police clocked it fleeing at a jaw-dropping 130 miles per hour. What followed was a high-octane pursuit straight out of an action movie. The officers attempted a pit maneuver to end things quickly, but the suspect had other plans and just enough speed to dodge it. The chase pushed both the car and the officers to their limits. The black car swerved, weaved, and tore through the night, refusing to stop. But high speeds and reckless driving come with risks, and it wasn't long before the car crashed into a guardrail with a loud metallic thud. The driver, clearly not ready to give up, ditched the car and tried to flee on foot. Well, you can't outrun a police radio. He was caught soon after, only for officers to discover the trifecta of bad decisions: alcohol, substances, and a suspended license. These off-road chases were pure chaos, pushing the limits of speed, danger, and quick thinking. But trust me, if you think these were wild, the next video on screen is packed with even more insane high-speed thrills you won't want to miss. Hit play now to see more wild pursuits caught on camera.